Greetings, this is Ben Murray with another edition of SaaS Metric School. Welcome. Hope everyone's doing today talking about your P&L. And if you are reporting greater than 10 million ARR and 90% gross margins, your P&L is probably set up incorrectly. And this is so common. Of course, this is very common with early stage SaaS that we don't have COGS versus OpEx set up correctly in our SaaS P&L. Now, early stage SaaS, very common to have high gross margins. If you're 2 million ARR, very common to see 90% plus gross margins because really we just have hosting. We don't really have any tech support yet, customer success or professional services if applicable, maybe just a little bit. So very common there. But if you're at scale, if you're above 10 million ARR and you're reporting 90% gross margins or above, something is probably not right with your P&L setup, or you found some secret sauce that no one else can find with delivering revenue that efficiently. Now, I coach a lot of clients and I've seen this with SaaS companies above 10 million, and I see this with geographic differences in SaaS setups. When I coach European clients, even 50 million ARR, and they're reporting 90% gross margin, then we don't have our P&L set up correctly. So this is why it's so important to have that COGS versus OpEx set up on your SaaS P&L. It just sets us up for success down the road with managing our business and also calculating SaaS metrics correctly. So in pure play SaaS, again, remember, we've got tech support, services if applicable, customer success if they don't sell, and DevOps. Those are the traditional departments that go into COGS. Of course, we could have more departments than that depending on our revenue streams, but that will give us the proper COGS versus OpEx setup, as long as, of course, we're coding expenses correctly in our financial close process. So take a hard look. If you're above 10 million ARR and showing high gross margins, most likely no one is going to believe you. Now, what are best in class gross margins? So for pure play SaaS, if we've got things set up correctly, best in class is 80%. That's a great target to go for. And it's also supported by the benchmark data. 70 and above is good. Now, for recurring margins, we can actually push that a little bit higher than 80%. That's possible. But best in class, we're looking around 80%, and above 70 is a good score for our gross margin. So take a look at your SaaS P&L. Do you have it set up correctly? COGS versus OpEx. What gross margin are you setting up or reporting there? Because this is really important, just fundamental financial management of our business. And then, of course, we use gross profit numbers in certain SaaS metrics calculations. So those have to be the correct inputs into those metrics calculations. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more, you can check out episode 11. I talk about COGS versus OpEx, and episode 12, where I talk about how to accurately and properly calculate your gross profit numbers. That's it for today. Take care.